So for today's tutorial we're going to do a soft sultry bronzed smoky eye. This would suit more of you that prefer to wear a softer smoky eye as opposed to too dark or adding black to it. For the purpose of this tutorial with the lighting, I'm using a thick foundation which is Supracolor by Kryolan, and I'm mixing that with MakeUp blend. And what MakeUp blend is, it's a fluid that you mix in with your foundation and it shears it down so it goes on less thick, but it also doesn't compromise with the pigment, so the coverage stays quite opaque. And anywhere that I want a little bit more coverage on blemishes, I just use Supracolor undiluted. Under the eyes I'm using Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer, and I'm just buffing that underneath just to take away any darkness. I'm using one of the darker shades out of the Supracolor palette. This is a brown, and I'm just using this to contour, and this means to go into the hollows of the cheeks and just create a shadow which gives you a more defined face. The brush I'm using is an F20 brush by Blank Canvas Cosmetics, and it's a HD foundation flat top kabuki. One of the other reasons we contour the face is to look more symmetrical. So in order to do this, once you've done the hollows of the cheeks, it's always good to go down the sides of your nose and then around your hairline. A lot of people use this method because it thins the nose and also makes it look more straight. So if you do have a kink to your nose, you can also make it look or appear more straight. For the base of the eyeshadow, I'm using Bobbi Brown's gel liner in Sepia ink, or Sepia ink, however you want to say it. And I'm applying that just to the bottom half of the top eyelid, and then using a fluffy brush and just pulling that colour up in circular motions. And as you can see, it's giving us a wash of colour ready for our eyeshadow to go on top of. And also this will prevent your eyeshadow from shifting. As it's a gel liner, it just stick and it will stay in place on your eyelid for the entire day. I'm going over this twice as I want it to be a little bit more opaque. You don't have to do this, but if you're following along then do so. Then just going around the edges with a clean fluffy blending brush just to buff out those edges and make it all look a little bit more flawless. The eyeshadow I'm using next is by Kryolan, and it is a goldy brown shade, and the number of it is F05. And on a flat brush I'm just pushing that colour all over the gel liner we've already applied, and then what we're going to do is buff that in again at the seams so it fades to nothing and there's a soft gradient. Now, taking a little bit of that gel liner from earlier, I'm taking that underneath the lower lashes, and then I'm going to use that same blending brush just to buff that in. I'm going to do that under both eyes. To make it more sultry, I'm applying black gel liner by Bobbi Brown, and we're going to put this along the waterline and right between those lower lashes. Then with another small brush, I'm going to just blend that gel liner underneath the lower lashes and just smudge it all so it looks nice and smoky. Then we're going to take that gel liner along the top lashes as well, and we're also going to smudge that out. I'm pulling it out slightly just to give it a little bit of a winged feline effect. But again, I'm not being too neat about it, and I'm just smudging it in just to give a more sultry appearance. I'm just going in with that same eyeshadow just at the outer corners, and I'm just pulling it across, and it just creates a little bit more depth just to that outer edge. And then I'm just going to go in with a clean brush and just soften those sides again. For the brows, I'm using an angle brush by Crown, and I'm using a powder by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is in an ash blonde. It doesn't quite look it because of the lighting, I'm afraid. I'm just running that through softly and just creating more shape to them, especially at the top, but mostly just following the natural shape. And I'm just going to soften the front ever so slightly with a clean brush with a tiny little bit of concealer on. I'm just curling my lashes in prep for mascara. Not a necessity, but we are going to be wearing lashes, so it is good for your lashes to have a little bit of a curl to them. Wiggle the mascara at the root and then pull up. I also like to go back down on my lashes and then pull up again, and then this just coats them really well and also just gives them a little bit more lift. Do the same on the bottom lashes. I've applied duo glue to my lashes, and this set is from Miss Adoro. I don't know the name of them, I'm afraid. I've had them quite a while. What you want to do is just place them straight down on top of your natural lashes right at the root, and then just press them into place. Next I'm applying bronzer. I'm using my Glamour Glow palette by Kryolan, and I'm using the brownie shade. I'm taking this across the cheeks, 2/3 of the way down, and then I'm also going to take that around the hairline and then just down the nose a little bit and around by the chin. This is really going to warm the face up, and it's going to give it that sun-kissed glow that we want with that sultry appearance. Next I'm using the gel liner in black just to paint out the glue marks from the lashes. I'm taking a lip shine circle by Kryolan, and I'm just using a little bit of that on my lips just to add a little bit of a glow. It's like a balm, it's really pretty. And then I'm using just a touch of Wave High Gloss by Kryolan just to give a bit more of a shimmer to the lips. I want this to be really natural and just dewy looking. Then just to add a little bit more of a glow, I'm just adding some highlighter by The Balm. I'm adding this just to the high points of the cheeks, and then a little bit in the brow bone, and then that's the look complete. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you have, and thanks for watching.